Hi guys, my cat's gonna be in this. Um, it's been a fat minute, I would say. Been quite a minute. Okay. I, I don't know. I had like a spurt where I was just like super motivated to make podcast content. And of course with naturally with all things considered and my ADHD, yeah, that just did not happen. I shut up. Genuinely who's talking to you? Anyways, yeah, I just like stop making shit. I mean, I didn't stop making shit, but I just focused on other things like my writing and I don't really have very many hobbies. I mean, I do. I have a ton. Oh, get off of me. Anyways, all that aside, I just had to address the elephant in the room. The fact that I posted like 7 videos in like 2 weeks and then stopped posting for like 2 months after that. But yeah, I'm back now, kind of. I don't know if I'll do this weekly. I'll just kind of make stuff whenever I feel like it. I do have a video in the works, but I'm still editing it. It's going to take a fat minute, but it's on the way. I've had a lot of things in my mind. I've been thinking a lot, and the main thing that like keeps coming to mind is the fact that I genuinely feel like my generation of adults, so like people in their 20s essentially, I feel like nobody cares about connection anymore. I mean, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. I think that people want connection, but they lack the tools and the commitment to maintain a connection. That's a better thesis. Essentially, I think that people tend to crave belonging and crave success and popularity. And just in general, I think all of these things revolve around being known and that perception being liked. And that's human. But at the same time, I think that people genuinely don't seem to understand that being known is not a one-time transaction. And it's not even a one-way street. Like, it's more so an exchange. Like, to be known, truly known, it's something that you also have to return to the person that is perceiving you, you know? Like, I don't know, people view connection very transactionally, I feel like, almost as if they're trying to compensate for not necessarily feeling very capable of understanding other people. Like I think there's a lot that goes into it, right? So like I think that people want to be known and people want to be liked, but they're also they're scared of like vulnerability at the same time. Like people want to be liked for like a perception of themselves, but not necessarily a genuine connection, even though that's the underlying need beneath everything, right? I feel as if people just kind of project what they want. They project what they want, and maybe I'm projecting what I want. I want to be genuinely known. I want friends that care about me. I want people to like me and to be a good person. And I hope that's what like most normal people want, but you know, you just can't be sure. There's so many different factors to what makes up a person that not everybody wants the same thing, but I feel like on a human level, being known and liked is kind of necessary to get around. You know, connections are everything. Even if they're surface level, they're everything. Knowing the right person could get you very far in life. I'll just say that. But yeah, I think people lack literacy skills. Like not even literacy as in like reading, but literacy as in like perceiving people and social fluency. I think that is like a big gap in the market right now. Cause like some of these people that I've met, do not know how to keep up a conversation. That and that could be look, maybe I am projecting. Maybe I am projecting and I am making it so that I can kind of excuse the behavior I've noticed, but people come off. So I won't put a label on it essentially where I'm like everybody is like this, but I think people come off as self-absorbed a lot of the time. And that feeling surfaces when I'm with somebody and everything they talk about is about them, what they think, what they like, what's going on in their life. And there's never any exchange of, well, what about you? And I don't feel like that is an original experience, like not even a little bit. And so I'm curious if other people out there think the same thing because it's been really bothering me. Like, why do people do that? You know? Like, what is there to gain? I feel like a conversation when it's just one way and it's just me spouting off about every little thing I think, every little thing I like, me, 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 me. I don't even like that conversation because I'm like, I don't get to know what this other person thinks. I don't get to know more about them. And maybe that's just who I am as a person. I would describe myself as very inquisitive and very curious and empathetic and caring. I would hope that's what the vibe I give off. But, I genuinely want to know people. I want to get to know people. I want them to feel heard. I want them to feel like they're being listened to. Because and I genuinely listen to, and that their passions and their interests and things that are going on in their life matter because that's what I think, and I want that to match the perception of me on the outside as well. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I talk to people and they take advantage of that. This is not an every time I meet somebody kind of thing, but it has happened in my lifetime more often than not. So it is a pattern that I've picked up on and I am just curious about it. This isn't necessarily a research paper of any kind, but it is like a diary entry, if that makes more sense. But you know what I mean, though? Like, you ever just met somebody and they're like, I'm a yapper. And you're like, okay, me too. I love to yap. And then you yap 10% of the time y'all talked, and they yap 90% of the time y'all talked. And you end up at the end being like, damn, I'm a good listener. I'm a good listener. You know what I mean? Like, you're not sitting there being like, I yap so much. Like, I'm so nervous that they thought I talked too much. You're like, damn, I didn't say shit. I got 2 words out, and then the rest of it was just them blah, 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 about whatever else they thought. I've met people like that before, and it definitely rubs me the wrong way. I don't think, look, I'm not saying it's like a mortal sin to be a yapper and to not know when to shut up, but I think that if that's who you are, you should be more conscious of how much you yap. It's not wrong to be a yapper. The only time it's a problem is when you over yap, right? Like when it's not an exchange yap, that's the only time I have a problem. But that being said, that being said, I think that because that is something that I frequently experience, I appreciate, right? I appreciate when people are more considerate in conversation and when they take time to listen to me yap and like I'm not sitting here saying you gotta write notes about whatever I talk about, but just to have some cues, like I know the Gen Z stare is a thing, and it is. I've experienced it, but just that, yeah, yeah, or like, uh, or third example, that's crazy. That's crazy will get me every time. Every time. If somebody tells me that's crazy, it's like a fucking sleeper agent a wake up code. Like I'm literally like, damn, am I boring? Am I boring? It's not crazy. What I just said was not crazy. So why did you say that? But I digress. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I have yapped a lot about this one topic, and so I will be logging off now. But yeah, I'm still finding my voice on this platform. I won't lie. I don't know what I want to be. I'm having identity issues. But hopefully people stay along for the ride. They kind of just fuck around and find out with me, see what happens. This voice that I'm doing right now, I do this shit a lot. So, stick around. See what happens. Anyways, see ya.